What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Jake Richardson's Coaching Corner, Season 2, Episode 23. The topic of the day is staying fit during the holidays. If you cannot tell, I got the beanie, I got the sweater on. It's cold as fuck. It is the holiday season. With that, a lot of people tend to get lazy. A lot of people tend to be unmotivated. A lot of people tend to gain weight in unsavory areas. So we're going to dive into that today, help you figure out some ways to still stay fit, figure out ways to still stay motivated to get you through the holiday season so you're not rebuilding during fall, falling into summer, spring, falling into summer, all that shit. So we're going to dive right into it. Why is it so hard for people to stay fit during the holiday season? First off, weather. It's cold, your bones, your muscles feel tight, you don't want to get up, you're very unmotivated. The weather has a lot to do with it. When it's spring, summertime, you want to go outside and run. The sun is out, you want to get some vitamin D in your system. You'll go to the track, you'll go to the beach. There's a lot of options when it is nice outside to exercise. When it's cold, less vitamin D because the sun's not out, so you're not getting it into your skin. You're not getting that energy, that natural energy from the sun. So you're sluggish, you're unmotivated. There's a lot of excuses that people like to connect with weather and why they don't work out during the wintertime. And that's all it really is fucking excuses. Your brain is going to convince you to not do something way before your body does. Our bodies during the wintertime, yes, are cold, yes, are moving a little slower, but you're not sore, you're not hurting, none of that shit is happening. Your brain is telling you to not do it. Stay covered up, watch TV, sit on your phone, do all the bullshit to not get you in shape. So excuses and weather are heavily connected. Your body just naturally slows down. The one thing people don't realize is as it gets colder, your body itself, I'm not going to go into the whole science side of it because that gets too boring and too monotonous, but to layman's term, your body needs to create a layer of fat for insulation to stay warm. Your brain and your body do not work the same. Your brain can tell you, oh, I'll just put a beanie on, I'll just put a sweater on, I'll just turn the heater on, and I'll be absolutely fine. Your body works just like this. It thinks if it doesn't pack and insulate you, you are going to freeze to death. It doesn't realize that there's a heater, there's a roof over your head, there's a beanie, there's a sweater. It thinks, I gotta get this layer of fat on you to keep you warm, to keep you alive, to keep you safe, because we gotta live years and years and years. So you'll notice it's a little harder to lose weight during the wintertime. Also, the sun isn't out. It's not 90 degrees. When it is hot, you're naturally burning calories faster than you would if it's cold because you're sweating, you're breathing hard, it gets a little harder, it gets a little heavy. But when you're cold, or it's cold and the degrees start changing, you're not burning as many calories, you're not sweating as much. It's harder to get your body warm. So your body's just naturally slowing down. And people tend to forget that aspect of it. When your body does decide to slow down, that means that you need to increase more than what you're doing during the summertime. You need to do even more cardio than you're normally doing. You need to lift a little bit more. You need to put more sets in, more reps in, just to maintain or build a little bit. But you're not going to be able to build a lot during the wintertime. You can maintain, you can build a little bit, but unless you're going super hard, then that's about it. And then, like I said, it's the body insulation, the body warmth. You have to acknowledge that your body's gonna hold on to calories a little bit more than it would during the summertime, during the springtime. And if that is an issue for you, then maybe eat a little less, do a little more. Fitness and health, for the most part, is simple science. Do more plus eat less equals in shape. If you do less plus eat more, it'll equal gaining weight, out of shape. That's the easiest way. Don't listen to all the other bullshit. Listen to those simple math equations for fitness, and you'll be in better shape. You'll be in better health. Another reason why it is so hard for us to stay in shape during the wintertime is there are holidays out the ass during fucking wintertime. It is just back to back to back. First off, you have the mother load of food holidays, which is Thanksgiving, where you get your family, you get your friends, you get the people that you're very thankful for together. And what the fuck do you guys just do the whole time? You sit down and you eat the whole time. That's what the whole holiday's about. It's just giving thanks and giving food until you cannot move. And then what does turkey have in it? Tryptophan. What does tryptophan do? Make you lazy and tired and want you have you sit on your ass. And then what you do when you're the person hosting, you have half a fucking turkey left. So for the next 2 weeks, you're eating fucking turkey. Well, you're putting tryptophan in your system. You're fucking sleeping all the time. The weather sucks. You're not motivated. So you're putting food into your system that will make you very unmotivated. So that's first off. Then there's Christmas. Another holiday in the list of holidays, probably number 2 in line when it comes to eating. You're eating holiday hams. You're eating sweets. You're drinking eggnog, you're having beer. There's a whole list of things. There's another heavily food-oriented holiday besides getting presents. There's not a lot of fitness derived within these times, and they're so close together. They're literally only a month apart for the most part. That's 2 quick holidays of a lot of eating, a lot of laziness, layered on top of days after where you're still eating and you're still lazy. And then what the fuck is right after Christmas? New Year's, where people in their heads want to look sexy, want to be this, and to put the tight dresses on, but realize, motherfucker, you've been eating this whole damn time. You ain't gonna be looking too damn sexy, so the dresses aren't as form-fitting as they would be if fucking New Year's was during the summertime. But with New Year's, it's heavy drinking. Christmas, heavy drinking. Thanksgiving, minimal drinking. So you're still getting a lot of calories from all these different areas. So food has a huge factor in which it is hard for us to maintain shape or be in shape during the holidays. Then number 3, like I said, it's the end of the year bullshit and the New Year resolutions. Probably during September. I don't know because I try to stay as fit as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can because I see the long play. But for most people, I'm assuming September, October is when they just give the fuck up. It's cold. Everybody's trying to eat a little more, make excuses, get a little more insulated, snuggle up, and they forget fitness. For the main fact of, oh, it's okay. The year is coming to an end. I'll restart in January. It's the new year. I have New Year's resolutions. I'm going to do my thing during that time. I hate that mindset because you are waiting for your future self to be better than your present self. To me, that is the laziest, stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. I'm lazy. I'm fucking fat. I don't like how I look, but it's okay. My future self in January will take care of me and I'll look good spring, summertime, and then we'll just start all over again during the fall and the winter of not doing shit. How about you make it a yearly, monthly, weekly, daily thing where you're trying to make yourself a better you every single step of the way, starting with right the fuck now. So I hate when people give up. That's another reason why you gain weight during the wintertime is you have already given up. You're dedicating yourself to later down the line. And you're just going to enjoy the time because you earned it. You deserved it. Guess what? You didn't fucking earn it. You don't deserve it. You only earn and deserve the second that it goes from cheat days and lazy days into earn days. That's where I bust my ass so fucking hard. It does not matter how much I eat or what I do this day because all those other days I busted my ass and I'm in tip-top, high-end, high-performance shape. That's when you get to earn it. But to tell yourself, I'll just start in January, I'll get it going, That's how you gain that longevity weight. You know how many people I've seen and heard for years upon years upon years say, oh, well, I'll just get started on Monday. I'll get started January 1st. It's my New Year's resolution. I'll get started. It's Friday already. I don't want to start on a weird day. I'll just start at the beginning of next week. I hear that all day, every day. Now, I hear that from the people that look exactly the same. And they don't look exactly the same by looking great. When I say they look exactly the same, they look average to shit. So you gotta cut all that out right away and stop waiting and stop giving up during the wintertime and stop trying to start during January, spring, summer, because it just looks rough. You put your body through so much. You're putting your body through so much to where it will eventually break down. Think of it as a car. If you are like, hey, January 1st, I'm gonna start drag racing if I'm a car, and I'm going to burn myself all the way out and go as hard as I possibly can. And then September, wintertime, I'm just gonna stop. You're going to freeze your engine eventually, and that car will not work. If you do that to your body, you're going to hurt and freeze your body eventually, and your body won't work the right way, meaning you won't burn calories the right way, meaning that maybe one time you looked great and you looked in shape, but now you're this big old fat sea cow that can't lose weight anymore. Why can't you do this? Because you didn't maintain your body. You didn't take your car and drive it at an even pace on a daily basis so you feel and look great. You went super hard and then you crash. Super hard, crash, super hard, crash. Eventually you're just gonna crap the fuck out. So don't do that shit. Don't do resolutions anymore. Try to always stay on pace, on shape, or in shape. And then here's one that I will give a little leeway to: sickness, colds, flus, now fucking COVID. But during the wintertime, it is colder. The viruses, the flus, the colds, they are flying around a little bit more, and that will knock people on their ass and make them very unmotivated to work out. The only funny slash sad thing about getting a cold is the best thing you can actually do to help it is the one thing that you don't really want to do is actually get up, get your immune system going by working out, by getting your heart rate up, by getting the blood to flow through your body. That's actually the best thing you can do. It's the hardest thing you can do because not only is it cold, but you feel like shit. But if you could work through that, like I said, those are all mental things. If your body is able to get up, the only thing that's making you sit down is your brain. If I could stand up and I'm not aching and my joints aren't giving out, my muscles aren't giving out, and I'm collapsing, that means I do have enough energy to get up and start running, to get up and go on a swim, to get up and go work out. The only thing that will tell you to sit down is your brain. And your brain is weaker in the sense of hitting that finish line than your body is. Your body will go 3 or 4 times further than when your brain tells you to stop. If you just zone the fuck out and you keep going. Most people call it a runner's high. And for people that are runners that are listening to this, you know exactly what the fuck I'm saying. Is when you zone out, you block everything out, you've gone past the point of the pain sensors firing off in your brain, you realize you could finish a marathon, you can go past what you thought you could run. And if you could teach your body to do that in all these other facets, you'll be in fucking great shape. But with being sick, that is one I'll be a little flexible on because a lot of people aren't built mentally that tough. And they will need a little bit of a break and they will need to relax a little bit. But when you do find that energy while sick, push through, because when you push through, you'll be a lot stronger. Your immune system will work a lot better and you won't be sick as much. Now, let's shift on to the next side. What can we do to stay in shape during the holidays? Now, here, I just gave you all the bullshit. I gave you all the excuses I hear and see all day, every day. But now we're going to dive into what you could do to push past and be a better you. First, keep and maintain a fitness routine. This is key. This is key to all day, every fucking day, 365 days out of the year, every second that you are moving, trying to stay fit. Have a routine. People that have life routines, fitness routines, and spiritual routines, tend to be a lot more successful in life than people that try to wing it. What do I mean by routine? That means fitness wise, Monday through Saturday, I'm doing something active. I gotta get my heart rate up at least 30 minutes. I have to get at least 5 days of lifting in. And then Sunday, I could do nothing, but I'm dedicating Monday through Saturday to do something in the sense of being athletic with parameters. Like I said, 30 minutes of cardio, lifting, etc., etc. That is a good routine to have. And then within that, you can fine tune it. I can have my leg days with the set lifts I'm going to do. I can have my back and chest days with the lifts I'm going to do. You have this big routine, and then you have fine ones in between each day. That is very key when it comes to staying successful and staying in tune with your fitness regimen, no matter if it's spring, summer, fall, winter. Stay ready and you ain't gotta get ready. That saying is older than fucking my ass is. But if you don't believe it, then see people that stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Their bodies look like shit. And if there's one thing I've always tried to pride myself on, is not being in a point where somebody could run into me and be like, fuck, what the fuck happened to Jake? Damn, I remember he used to be in shape. I remember he used to live this fitness life. Now he's got a big old belly. Now he's fucking looking older. He's looking fat. That ain't gonna be me. I'm going to maintain my routine so I can practice what I preach. And if you stay ready, you ain't gotta ever fucking get ready. So really try to live that, especially if you're a fitness professional. You cannot fall off, because if you fall off at any time, your word isn't worth shit. Portion control is number 2. You can indulge in the sense of mental enjoyment. When I say indulge, I'm only talking to mental enjoyment. What do I mean by that? I mean, you could eat pie, but you should eat pie for your brain and not for your belly. Meaning, if you're eating a pie this fucking slice, you're eating it for your belly, which means that you're going to get sick, you're going to feel like shit, and you're going to gain weight. When you're eating a pie that's this slice, that is for your brain. That is a release where I enjoy chocolate, I enjoy apple pie, I enjoy whatever the fuck pie you like eating. And when you're eating it, that mental release is satisfied. What you should do, and here's a trick that you could do that I used to tell a lot of my clients, is you eat a little of the bad with a lot of the good. So if I'm going to eat pie, then right next to me, I'm going to have a big bowl of carrots. So for every piece of pie that I eat, I'm going to knock down 2 carrots. What I'm doing is I'm feeding my stomach with heavily carrot, which is very healthy, won't give me headaches, won't make me feel like shit. But then with a little piece of pie, I'm indulging and satisfying my brain. That is a simple trick that you could do to fill yourself up with health, while also cheating and getting a little bit of that pleasure to satisfy your brain. So that's one. What else when you can do when it comes to portion controls? Limit, like I said, don't eat a plate this big. Eat a plate this big. Train your stomach to shrink. I hate when I hear fitness professionals say, your stomach doesn't shrink. Motherfucker, I have played college football. I have done amateur boxing. I have played every sport under the sun as a kid. When I played college football, all they had us do is eat and eat and eat and eat. I got to 215 pounds of eating and lifting. I could eat half a fucking truck. If you're trying to tell me that that was a mental game in which I could pack that much food in my body, you're full of shit. Because when I got into fighting, I had to go from 215 pounds to 175 pounds. How did I do that, you may ask? The way I did that is by portion control. From eating plates this big to now eating plates this big, and teaching my stomach through the hard times, through the irritation within my stomach, through the moodiness within my brain, getting through those hunger pains and those irritating days to eventually get my stomach to where it can only handle food that is this big. When I was only handling food this big, I went from this big to this big. It is simple science. If you are somebody that is a fitness professional listening to this, and you are arguing that, it's because you didn't live the life that I lived. I lived this so I could speak on it this way. But portion control is huge. It's also very good for your health. In my opinion, I was way healthier when I was fighting at 175 pounds than I ever was when I was playing football at 215. That many calories in your system is not a good longevity play. If you have less calories in your system and you're working harder than the calories that you're putting in, you're also reducing the likelihood of having horrible cells in your body. There are two types of cells. There are good cells and then there are bad cells. More often than that, bad cells lead to cancer, lead to heavy diseases. When you're limiting your calories inside your body, not only do you sometimes starve good cells, but majority of the time you're starving bad cells, meaning that they can't multiply and create bigger cancers, bigger illnesses within your body. So starving cells isn't a bad thing. It'll actually increase your longevity. I remember I had a client of mine tell me this, who is in his 60s, 70s. He said, man, I need to lose weight. The main reason why I need to lose weight is you don't see a lot of fat 80-year-olds. He is a man who's around that demographic. If he is not seeing a lot of fat 80-year-olds and his fear is not being one of those skinny 80-year-olds, that lets me know that what do 80-year-olds overall have in common? They eat a little less and they don't consume empty calories, calories that they don't really need. They only eat as much as they need to survive because their body is telling them you're not gonna be able to survive and be a fucking fat fuck. There are fat fucks that slip through the cracks, but the majority of the time, I bet you if I interviewed a bunch of 80-year-olds, more often than not, they'd be skinny and not big old fat motherfuckers. So reduce and portion control will help you get through the holidays, still looking the way that you want to look, and being in the shape that you want to be in. Number 3, set and keep end of the year goals and start them in September. What the fuck do I mean by this? I mean, when people are giving up in September and just calling it in and being like, I'll start in January, how about you make end of the year goals to satisfy yourself? The biggest one I can think of is if you're a man or woman looking great in that New Year's Eve picture. That should be your biggest end of the year goal, to where you work out so hard and you portion control and you hunker down and you make sure you're still going to the gym so your New Year's Eve picture looks great. Don't just get that fucking summertime sexy bitch fucking picture or whatever the fuck you're trying to go for. How about you work on that wintertime sexy bitch picture? And that could be man or woman, so I don't think I'm fucking being sexist. Sexy bitch picture to where you look great in your New Year's Eve pictures. So set end of the year goals. It could be strength related, it could be look related, it could be health related. But in September, give yourself what that September, October, November, December. In September, you have 4 months. When closer to the end of December comes around, that is when your goals should be met. Set those end of the year goals and you'll be just fine. You won't have to start all over again for January. You will be cruising into January, looking good during the springtime and looking even better in the summertime, while everybody else is trying to start in January and they look like sloppy fucking messes during the summertime anyways. When they give their revealed summertime body, more often than not, these people look like 5-year-olds making a noodle necklace out of noodles. Where, yeah, it's cute, but it still looks loose and it still looks like dog shit. Don't look like no Tiffany's necklace. And that's what you should be going for, looking like a Tiffany's necklace and not some 5-year-old noodle necklace. Then, what else? Don't do it alone. This is life in a nutshell. If you think you're going to do things alone and be great, you'll be very disappointed. Fitness isn't far from that. Create a tribe, create a circle in which you're not alone. People are holding you accountable, you're holding them accountable, you guys are pushing, you guys are getting to your goals, you're creating new goals. A group of people, a tribe of people will always help you and never hurt you. As long as you guys are all on the same positive tip, you guys are all moving in the same positive direction. That is probably my last one. If you need one of the strongest ones to get you through the wintertime, that would be it. Is creating that circle. That could be people at your gym. That could be friends of yours. That could be family members of yours. That could be your significant other. You should Openly talk about your fitness goals, have them openly talk about theirs, come together, make sure you're holding yourself accountable, especially today with social media being the way it is. It's so easy to hold yourself accountable and create so many different groups to compete with each other, to motivate each other, to push each other. Any type of competition, as long as it's healthy, is great competition. So why not compete and push your friends during the worst time to push and compete, which is wintertime where everybody's trying to sit and bullshit? Don't be that person. Set those goals, have those people around you, and then you'll be just fucking fine. Then we're gonna jump right into this. Pro tips that you haven't gotten already. I dropped a couple gems already, but I'm going to give you some pro tips that can help. The first one is every month, starting in September, take pictures. This will show either your progression or regression. You're looking good or you're fucking up. Every single month, for starting in September, October, November, December, take monthly pictures so you can see if when you turn around, hey, in September, did I have a crease in my back? Oh shit, did that crease go away? Oh, that means I'm doing good. Oh shit, did I get 2 creases in my back? Oh, that means I'm fucking up. The truth never can hide inside your pictures because you can see every detail, you can see every angle. Take a front picture, a side picture, and a back picture. You'll see if your ass is sagging or lifted up. You can see if your chest is flat or it's perked up. You can see if your shoulders look like a flamingo's or if it looks like an ox. Pictures will never fail you. The thing that'll fail you is your brain. Your brain will bullshit to you. Your brain will feed you whatever the fuck you want it to feed you. But those pictures do not lie. So that'd be my first tip. In September, take pictures every single month and be honest with yourself. I don't give a shit how you look in September. You're going to love, if you're working hard, how you look in December. People always hate progress pictures in the beginning. I've been doing this job for 11 years. When I tell people to take progress pictures, they always forget to do it in the beginning. And then at the end of the journey, when they've lost 30 pounds or they've gained all this muscle, they always say the same shit. Fuck, I wish I would have took those pictures. I don't give a shit what those pictures look like and how you feel right now. That's not how you're going to look and feel at the end. So make sure you're taking those pictures. Make sure you're holding yourself accountable. So that'd be my first tip. My second tip will be this. Buy holiday clothes a size or half a size smaller than what you wear right now. So your New Year's dress or your New Year's tux, make it half a size smaller than you are right now. Because what that will do is push you to fit the fuck in there. Make sure this shit's expensive. If this shit's expensive, you'll bust your ass to fit in there. If it's some bullshit that you'll fucking buy at Forever 21, then you'll rip it, who gives a dog shit, and you'll throw it away. But buy some expensive shit. Because when you buy that expensive shit, people do a lot of funny things if the price tag is high enough. Now, if the size is a little smaller, A, it'll keep you accountable so you won't gain fucking weight. And then B, it'll make sure you're busting your ass to look good. Set these goals for yourself and you will usually achieve them. But if you rely on yourself day to day, then more often than not, we fuck off. That's why we all don't look the same. And that's why we're all not in the shape that we really want to be. It's because we tend to fuck off on each other. And when I say fuck off, that means that you're bullshitting on yourself. And that's the one thing that you should not be doing. And with that being said, we're towards the end of this episode. I hope what this did, if it angered you, great. If it didn't, that means you're doing the right thing. But I hope it motivates you to stay on it. You shouldn't be seasonal with your fitness. This should be a lifestyle thing where you do it daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and you're staying on it every single 365, and you look just as good as you did 5 years ago. You're gonna look even better 5 years down the future. But that's the big goal. And if you like this stuff, do me a favor. Hit the like, leave a comment, help this grow, because all I'm trying to do is pass knowledge on. And with listeners like yourself, I very much so appreciate it. And with that being said, Make sure you also do get a hold of family members, get a hold of friends, tell them that you love them, give them a hug. It costs you nothing and it will change somebody's whole day. So make sure you do that. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all the stuff in between, and have a safe, good one. I'll see you guys again soon. Peace.